It'll pull me out every time.
Oh, we'll talk about leather. You want to talk about leather? We'll talk about leather.
We're getting ready to go into battle, and he's yelling all the things. I'm literally 5 rows back. Like, what did he say?
Yeah. Is he bridle carrying Lucian?
He is.
Welcome to the Besties in the Books podcast. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Liz, and buckle up for a spoiler-free, fun, good time episode today. I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about fantasy problems.
Oh, yeah.
Book problems.
Yep.
Romantasy problems. All of the above.
Yeah.
Things in our favorite books, we'll just say in general, that are petty, but like pull us out of the story a little bit because they just seem a little bit unrealistic. Or we find ourselves asking, but how is this a problem that no one's thinking about solving right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or things that we've just thought too much about. Like,
yeah.
How do the Bat Boys fly?
Yeah.
Just deep thoughts to keep you up at night.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, after we posted that clip from How Do the Bat Boys Fly, it turns out a lot of you guys are wondering that too, and it's debatable. So
yes. We
are here to bring these topics, some of them our own, some of them the internet's, out to the table to discuss. Mm-hmm. And then, as per usual, also make sure to post these over on our stories so that you guys can give us your 2 cents about them. Do you think it's a problem? Have you thought about this before? And hopefully in the future, there'll be enough of these that you guys will come up with that maybe we could put a question box up and do another episode with your guys' responses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before we get into the fantasy problems that have been on our minds, we just wanted to say thank you so much for being here.
Seriously, thank you for taking time out of your day and your book to hear what us two weirdos have to say about what's ruining fantasy in a really silly, lighthearted, funny way. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you like to listen to favorite podcasts, including YouTube. We're hanging out over there. We're also on Instagram and TikTok. Besties in the Books podcast everywhere. And if you would like to join a completely non-committal virtual book club, go check out the Fable app. Search Besties in the Books book club. Besties and the Book Club. Gets me every time, years later.
I know, it flows so well. It almost flows too well. That's the problem.
That's what it is. Yeah. So Besties
it has
in the
to be
Book
somewhere
Club,
in the
just do it. Yeah.
Just do it. Just come
You'll
find
us.
What was I going to say? Oh, I feel like I was going to say something and now I completely forgot. So never mind.
Here's a hack. I Googled us the other day and it's all there. So I did the work for you guys. You're ever like, hey, where are they? Just Google it. We're all that. It's all the top one. YouTube, Fable comes up even. Everything. Boom, 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 boom. Besties in the Book Club.
Great.
Come hang out with us. We'd love for you to join our silliness.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and in that mode, or whatever you want to call it, we thought that would be a good idea just so that you guys can kind of get, what are you getting into if you're going to come over and join us over on Besties in the Book Club, right? If you want to join a book club, but you're not really sure, ours focuses predominantly on romantasy, romance, fantasy, a little bit of sci-fi sprinkled in there sometimes. Yeah. So we thought for our fave and fail today, since we're still pretty early on in the year, we could talk about what books we read for 2025 book club. I've got our little chart up here that has all of our titles on it. So exciting.
So pretty.
And then we'll talk about which one was our fave and which one was our fail of the whole year. That way you guys can kind of see, get an idea of what we kind of vote for, what usually gets picked, something within these realms. So, okay, I'm just going to give you the rundown, first of all, of all the 12 books that we read in 2025.
Okay.
Should we start there?
Let's go. Wait, how do we do this? Wait, what is our book club? Hang on. Pause the alarm. Guys, these book clubs are voted every month by you guys, you the people. We do not pick it as the hosts. We just host it. So Liz would love to have some more dark romance in there. Well, you guys say, too bad, Liz. We're not going to give it to you.
Literally ever.
Okay, still not. Well, we did get one for the holidays, which we'll talk about. So we did get that.
Yeah.
Great. It was a 1 star for her, though.
I feel like that's what always happens is you guys consistently vote for usually romantasy, which is great. Whenever a dark romance does get picked, it's usually terrible. I don't know what the deal is.
Hey, it was super viral. Everybody was curious. No one saw it coming. We didn't know. Everybody's reading it for the first time. We don't know. It's so fun. It's fun that way. It's funny. We never know what we're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, you know?
The chip aisle. It's the chip aisle.
It's the chip aisle. That's a throwback. Life is like the chip aisle. You don't know which one you're going to get. Which one do I want today? Let's see.
Will I like it? Will I not like it? So that's how it works. Basically, every month we'll post a box that's like, hey, throw us some nominations. What are you guys into? And then we'll take the nominations because sometimes we get a lot. Sometimes we don't get very many. So it just kind of depends on the month. I'll synthesize that down into 3 categories: romantasy, romance, and fantasy sci-fi. And then we will vote on 3 categories blind using only the descriptions. Mm-hmm. So unless you guys like go out of your way to look it up, lots of times you won't know what they are. Mm-hmm. It'll just be the plot. And then out of the winners of those 3, then we will pick the final winner. We'll vote on that as well. So that's how it works. And then we'll make a Fable Book Club chat over on the free app, the free Fable app, if you guys don't already have it, where we can talk about it.
Yeah, and it's spoiler free, so you can be at any point in your reading journey with that book. You can stumble upon it a couple months later if you don't get around to it. You can join us while we're reading it, and it'll be chapter by chapter. People can react to it. There are some months, honestly, where there's not a lot happening in a book, and there's not as much, conversations going on. But especially with those fantasy books where you need somebody to talk to, we are all over that. There are so many details, so many things. What just happened there? What's going on with that? And it's so fun. And then we wrap up that month with
a live
chat. No holds bar, no edits. We live podcast here on YouTube, and it's always available for replay. So if you don't have a chance to join us for the live, we would love if you can. But if you can't, we understand it. You can watch the replay and hear what people have to say. We read off your guys' reviews, what you guys had to say about the books and everything. So if you get a chance to rate and review a book in the Fable app, or if you don't want to do the Fable app and you want to send it to us in a DM, you can do that too.
Yeah. This year, we definitely want to make sure that we're growing book club a little bit. So tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your mom. Tell your sister. Tell everyone.
Non-committal. So many book clubs, in person, they kind of fizzle out. It's tired. It's hard. It's hard to schedule when everybody can get together. This way, you can read at your own pace. You can choose your own adventure, and it's there for you. But you still have people that you can talk about it with. Yeah. And a lot of people have made friends with each other, too, by joining book club. And I love that. And they've met up at BookCon. So it's just a great way to have a community of like-minded individuals that can just share a love of reading. It's a beautiful thing. So I love to see it. I love when I see people tag each other. That's like, well, you guys followed us, and then you guys met each other. And it's just so sweet.
I know. I love it.
I love
it. So help us grow book club, help us read some more great books in 2026. Super exciting. Right now we're reading The Poisoner, just so that you guys know if you wanted to hop on that.
That would be for January. This video's coming up in February, so it'll be announced. You can check our Instagram. You can check our Instagram feed and see what it is, because we don't know yet. That's the future for us right now.
The future. As it were.
Yeah.
But so here is what we read, just to give you guys an idea. The 12 books in 2025. All right. We kicked off the year in January with good old Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. February, we read The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. We know that's a good fan favorite.
Yeah.
March was Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole.
Ooh.
So big one. You guys loved it so much that in April you voted for Glow of the Everflame.
Yeah.
Which that's only happened in book club history twice, okay? Yeah. Now with Penn Cole and with Carissa Broadbent.
Yes.
So super exciting. May was Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. June was Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry.
Oh.
That one came out of nowhere, didn't it? July, we had A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. Classic. August, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Something a little different. September, we had Anathema by Carrie Lake. Also a fan fave. Getting us into the fall months.
Yeah.
For sure. Sometimes we have themes too, just so you guys know. Sometimes we'll do hey, throw out, a fall kind of spooky theme, or in Christmas, we'll do a Christmas theme, things like that. October, we had The Poisoned Daughter by Sheila Masterson. Oh, no, this was the third time it happened, but technically this wasn't a sequel, so it's a little different. But the next month in November, we did have The Lost God by Sheila Masterson voted in. So different series, but same author.
Yeah.
And then in December, we had the infamous He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley. That's how we wrapped up the year.
Yeah.
So just to give you guys an idea, and then like I told Ashley before, January 2026, we are reading The Poisoner by Ivy Ophelia. Is that Ivy Ophelia? That's it, for sure. Okay. So for our favorite fail of this week, Ashley, what was your... let's start with fail. What was your fail read of Book Club 2025? I feel like it needs to be said that we need to have our fail, and then we have to have our runner-up fail.
Oh, okay. You got a twofer, huh?
For reasons. Reasons.
Okay. Well,
so what was your number one
The one that
fail?
came to mind for me is because we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I had such high hopes. I was like a little nervous because I was like, oh, I'm going to start this. I'm going to have to read the entire like 18 book universe or whatever it is. So I'm so sorry to say, but my fail was Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson.
You disliked that more than He Sees You When You're Sleeping?
It's not that's not what I'm saying.
It's like, oh
Listen,
God, what?
my fails and my faves are abstract, just like my reasons for smasher passes, okay?
Okay.
They are not literal. My fail isn't that I hated it the most. It's that I was so disappointed that I didn't love it. It's not that it was not well written. It's that my bar was so high. It was so hyped that it just so fell flat for me. I was expecting this really badass FMC. Didn't feel like we got it. It was very not what I was signing up for. I know a lot of people love it. Come for me if you will, whatever. It just wasn't for me. Maybe that's where my expectations were, but it was disappointing. That's why it was a fail.
Yeah.
And,
you had high expectations.
Yeah, and we all really tried. I think a lot of us had some people left the book club loving it and keeping going.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
but some of
that's
us
great.
We're not. Yeah.
Finding new things.
And that's what's great too about book club is there's going to be people that have differing opinions, but we're all cool. Like it's all good. I might like things that people don't like and vice versa. It's all good. So that's why. Yeah.
Okay, see, I said runner-up because I figured we would both pick our least favorite read of 2025 book club was He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley because both of us rated it so low.
Yeah.
But you were thinking outside the box. Okay, so...
because I knew if I picked that, you would pick it too, and I just try to keep it spicy. Keep it different.
Well, the one that I put as my runner-up was for the same reasons you just said about Mistborn, which for me was The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig.
Yeah, that was in that running for me too.
Yeah, for the same reasons. I had such high hopes because people are so obsessed with Rachel Gillig, specifically, the Shepherd King duology, which I still haven't read, but this one got voted for book club. So I was like, okay, great. We'll dip our toes into the Rachel Gillig vibe. And it did not convince me to continue reading, and now it is a mental struggle to convince myself to read the Shepherd King duology as well.
Yeah. I forgot it existed once we finished that one. That's painful. And it's it's actually sitting right there. So I see it every day, but I don't look at it.
I don't look at it. I purposefully just look the other way. I avoid it.
I just literally forgot it. It's a blank spot in my mind. On paper, that book should make so much sense for us. That's what's so confusing. That's the most confusing award for me. It's like, why couldn't it do what it needed to do? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So
just so you guys know, we do have playbacks available to watch us talk all about The Night and the Moth. Andy Sees You When You're Sleeping. I feel like Mistborn was still early time, so that's probably somewhere in the Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be on Instagram because we switched over 4 months ago to YouTube. So yeah, you can check on our earlier deep dive live episodes on Instagram. If it's not on YouTube, check Instagram.
Yep. Okay, so what about your fave of Book Club 2025 if you had to pick one?
Oh, that goes to my little baby darling Anathema by Carrie Lake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So not only because it was one of my favorite reads that we read, but specifically I gave the award to this one because it was such perfect timing being in September. We had that creepy fairy tale vibe. It just got me so in the mood for the fall season. I call it the holidays because that's part of the holidays for me.
Yeah, totally.
And also because book club was off the charts. Everybody was commenting on it, super interactive. Yeah. Everybody was loving this. And when we can find a book that we're all like obsessing over, it just is extra delightful.
Yeah.
So
True.
This was one
Same.
that I read on Kindle and audio. I switched back and forth, and I immediately went and bought my physical copy when I was done because I wanted to make sure I got the crows in there. Yes.
Yep. Hey, what is it that I have right behind me?
Hey, we're not an echo chamber, we promised. Well, a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, Anathema gets a award for sure. However, I do need to shout out Shield of Sparrows and The Poisoned Daughter because both of those were extreme. I mean, we're splitting hairs between these three, to be honest.
Yeah.
We were just so lucky to read so many good books this year. But yes, I would definitely say Shield of Sparrows, Anathema, and The Poisoned Daughter all kind of just came out of nowhere and blew us away.
Seriously. Yeah. And I think it's safe to say right here, right now, to you, the listeners, we have to reread Shield of Sparrows and do a deep dive episode on it. We need to give it its time because there's so much since it's fantasy. Anathema, we could do it again one day too because now that the second book's out and everything, there's another one coming.
She just announced the third one.
It kills me that I haven't read the second one yet. Ugh.
Same.
So that's the one that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
But for when the next Shield of Rights of the Starling or whatever, I think we need to be doing some
April.
deep dives. Oh crap. We have so much going on. When the Moon Hatch too, keep an eye out for that, guys. All those big ones that really need to be like combed through. We want to make sure to give it a moment to shine for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give it its time to shine.
Yeah.
All right. So are there books you want to read in 2026? Go nominate them so that we know to put them on the list. And then hopefully we get to read some good ones.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is coming up sometime towards the end of February. We'll make sure to put that box up this week that the episode goes up so you can watch for that for March.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so should we just get into our fantasy problems, our petty fantasy problems?
Fantasy props coming in hot. Let's go.
All right.
Okay,
you want to start?
I have to say, this is inspired by, like we mentioned, our biggest fantasy conundrum we've come across thus far. How do the Bat Boys fly? Okay? What a good thought to ponder. What a silly fun time. Dude, you guys had such a fun time in the comments of those reels that we put up both on Instagram and TikTok. So I just have to read some of the solutions maybe. What is it? What would be the word for that?
I don't know.
Ideas of what is going on up yonder in the sky when those Bat Boys do fly. So funny. Okay. So we have, let's see here. Steph says, I imagine Reese with his hands in his pockets, obviously. Okay. So we're really talking about how do they fly? What are they doing with their hands? People pose the obvious runner-up question, what's going on with their legs? Are they just dangling there, dilly-dangling, like flapping in the wind? Okay, so Reese, hands in his pockets, flying. Great. Addie says, I imagine them how Maleficent flies in live-action movies. Okay. All right, that's good.
Reasonable.
Give us a visual. Okay. Then we have Kendall, where, usually they're carrying somebody. So put a pin on that. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay. They don't need to use their hands at all. They're always carrying people. See, a lot of that. I get that case for sure. I like this person. Cass definitely just lets his arms dangle, as definitely does Superman style when he's alone. And Reese does the hands in the pockets. I like each. So it's not the same across the flyers in the sky.
Yeah. It depends on personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is biased, but this is what I said. I said, well, okay, so with Cassian personality in mind, I imagine him leaving a carnival and eating cotton candy mid-flight, doing different scenes like that. Just like doing what he needs to do. It's just so cute.
Yeah.
Like, just going home,
Adorable.
gonna get cute little cotton candy before I go. Okay. I think he flies like Iron Man. I love that people are saying these are the questions need to be asked. And then the last couple. Do they hold it in a plank and keep their legs up in the back, or do they hang down? So let's talk about it. We've talked about what are they doing with their arms. Superman, one arm, hold, carry. What's going on with their legs? I mean, I just think they're back there. Kind of flapping a little bit. They have to have a little flap.
Yeah, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense.
They can't be that stiff. Or could they?
Do they have like like one knee, you guys can't see because you can't see my legs. Like one knee slightly more bent than the other knee, you know, kind of in like this motion,
like a
but
sleeper.
like with, but with legs, you know, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
runner's stance.
Yeah, exactly. Like a runner stance, but in the sky. Like maybe they took off and their legs just kind of like stayed in that position for a little while.
Do they always hold swords so that they don't feel weird about it? But then that seems dangerous too. You need a sword, maybe one hand. What if they were just straight out like an L? That would be so weird. Unnecessary. Okay, let's talk about carrying. How are they carrying somebody? The overall consensus is it's a bridal hold, a bridal carry.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's think about that for a second, okay? Because someone on Reddit mentioned, imagine. So Azriel, okay, these are some spoilers for Akatar, okay? Azriel's carrying Lucian after a rescue scene.
Yeah.
Is he bridal carrying Lucian?
He is. He's got to be. That's weird,
Is
but
it
he's
on the
got to
hip?
be.
Is it on the hip?
Oh my god, that would be so weird. No, poor
He can't be
Lucian.
on the back because that gets in the way of the wings.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, exactly. The only other option would be like, what is it, where they throw you over their shoulder like a sack of potatoes, but they can't do that and fly. They need their wingspan.
Seems like it.
Yeah, so
and these are big guys. They're all big dudes.
Yeah. So I think poor Lucian was just hold me like a baby, you know?
Are Lucian's arms wrapped around his neck?
Oh my god, like this.
That's so sweet.
I can't do it. That's so sweet.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Okay, and then another example. Well, okay, if Rhysand hates Nesta, is he just holding her by her bare hand and she's just dangling in the air? She's holding on for dear life because they're like got to keep each other at arm's distance. Is he sucking it up and bridal carrying her?
I think it's just like an unspoken thing. Like, I don't like you and this is weird, but like it's the only way.
Yeah.
So we have to do it.
So get up on it. Let's go. Hop onto my arms.
Yeah.
And when can you imagine how silly it is when they have to carry several people? Someone posted like a Scooby-Doo like picture where they're carrying
totally everyone like in a pile. Yeah,
and trying to fly. It's great.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the hard-hitting questions. This is what we're here for. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that said, I think we can close the book on that chapter. But let us know if we're wrong and you have any other descriptions. We would love to see drawings. Send them in. What do you have first to share with the group?
Okay, so I know that people have talked about this before, but it seriously does bother me, and I think about it often. Okay, periods. How come a lead is the only one who's ever had one?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you think of another one where it was like, because people have had their periods, but it's like never when they're like on a journey and they're traveling and they have to like figure it out. It's always just like sometimes they'll have one, but it's like they have the comfort of being at home in their castle in the room to like wait it out, right? No, well, that's not how it works all the time because you guys are warriors. You're out on the battlefield. You're like at war camps. You're like, hello.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Dude,
what are we doing?
Suck. Imagine.
Dude.
I think in general, SJM characters. Because Feyre definitely had one, and then when she turned Fae, it was more spaced out. So she goes through that, and they're like really horrible and debilitating.
But it's never like in that I can
that
recall.
Worst time. Hey, how many times we on vacation? Who makes a surprise appearance?
Hey, are you going to Disneyland?
Yeah.
You're probably going to be on your period. Hey, are you going on a hiking trip? Probably going to be on your period. Why is it that they only get them, unless you're a lead?
Yeah.
You only get them in not convenient places, but convenient places.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know.
Maybe because it's fantasy and we don't want to think about it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But I do appreciate when authors can address it in a way. You know?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that, that's real life. That's what a lot of us want to see. I mean, how many of us till the end of time will be so I don't know. Well, it will give us so much joy to remember, the whole dynamic with Lorcan and the pads.
A real man
hilarious.
Right there.
A real man right there. It's like, that's what we want to see instead of just like brushing it under the rug and having it not ever really be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
So that's something I think about a lot. And then, medieval times, how are we dealing with this? Are we just leaving stuff on the side of the trail?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I don't even know what they did before modern day development of period products. So,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, hey,
not
probably
fun.
wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we have to deal with now. Can't imagine.
It was that much better. I know.
Yeah. It wasn't better, that's for sure.
No. Or I guess, yeah, it was definitely only worse, but how were they dealing with it? Why is no one talking about it?
Yeah.
And are there just like rogue feminine products like all over the land?
Yeah.
Just hanging out?
Yeah. Dude.
Not everyone has a Lorcan, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Hey, well, I got a new Bat Boys problem.
Oh, okay.
How did the Bat Boys put on a t-shirt, sweater?
Okay, that was on my list.
Yeah. Okay, Reeson can put his wings away, so whatever. He randomly brings them out, though. So does he rip every jacket that he's wearing? Doubt it. Maybe that's why he's always picking lint off, because it's like flings a bunch of thread everywhere. Whoops.
It's like the wolves in Twilight. They have to tie their shirts around their ankles.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe that that's what it is? Oh.
Yeah, I definitely thought about that. Just like, are all of their clothes equipped to deal with the wing situation? If so, if you have someone like Rhysand who puts his wings away, do you now just have like a nice, Rhysand, right? The perfectly tailored suit with just like wing holes in the back, just like
Yeah.
loosey-goosey
Just in
open?
case? Yeah.
Just in case, so they could shoot back out?
Yeah.
I don't
And then
know.
how hard would it be if you don't have somebody helping you putting the shirts on, the tops? How are they putting their blouses on? Are they little ties in the back so they could slip it on and then like cinch it up?
One of the comments I read was like, I love to picture that all the Bat Boys have to wear halter tops.
Perfect. Problem solved. Hey.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
I mean, we did read a book, and I can't remember what it was now, where whoever it was that had the wings, it explicitly talked about how their shirts had buttons in different places.
Oh.
Do you remember this? I can't remember which book it was, but I was thinking about that, about how like their clothes were specifically constructed for this. It might have been maybe the Serpent and the Wings of Night, maybe.
Oh, yeah. They have wings too.
Yeah. So, but someone has thought about this, and it made sense when described, but I feel like the majority of the time it doesn't.
How cumbersome.
Well, how cumbersome. And then also I think of like, some of our favorites, like Hunt, for example. Dude's always wearing like leather.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about leather. You want to talk about leather? We'll talk about leather. Yeah.
But no, seriously, it's like, okay, you're also going to take like the most unforgiving material and expect us to believe that like the wings are just coming out, going in, no problems.
Yeah.
It doesn't add up.
Oh, how much that would hurt if you had like just little holes ready and it just snagged on it. Ooh. It just shoots down your butt.
Ooh.
Goes the wrong way. Ah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wing
it just
problems.
seems like it would only work like, 1% of that time, 100% of the time. You know what I mean? It would just be like, oh, well, they shot out and actually went through the holes that once. But then the next 20 times I tried it didn't work.
Yeah. Just,
I guess,
the tailors are like, dude, just stop. Just don't even wear this. You're putting holes in all these tailored suits that I made for you.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Here we go. Riddle me this. How is it that half the time we've got these FMCs who literally are so strong that they can wield these swords and whatnot, but they were either completely starving until yesterday and all feeble and skinny and half dead, or they have been traveling for a long time without access to regular food and have probably been living off of berries and eating no protein. Like I literally put a note here that says I'm vegan and the lack of protein in these books would literally make me pass away.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is this possible?
Yeah. Inner strength is always the answer.
No, I think the answer is always magic. I think magic is always the answer. But it's like, we're supposed to believe that, like, okay, first of all, she's been living off of no food for her whole life, growing up in some horrible human kingdom of some kind. She weighs 17 pounds.
Yeah.
She's like on the edge of death at all times. You know, now she's on this quest, and she's been living off of like acorns and sticks for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I follow. Yep.
And then, you know, she has her like moment where she has to rise to the occasion for X, Y, and Z reasons, right? Or maybe she starts training with someone, as you do. And you've got this sword that probably weighs more than she does. And she's like, this is hard, but I'll get it in a couple hours. It's fine. Yeah.
If anything, it'd get worse after a couple hours.
Dude.
Have you ever picked up a sword before?
I mean, I have never picked up like a true medieval sword.
Yeah.
But I anticipate that thing's probably got to be like 50 pounds.
And awkward. I haven't picked up a sword either. But hey, I can imagine. It's heavy.
Someone want to start like teaching like a fitness. I really want to take a fitness class.
There are some people that do. Yes.
I know. Yeah. I want to take one so bad because listen, it would make you buff and it's useful.
Yeah. Hey.
In medieval sword fighting situations.
Yeah.
But seriously though, how are they not eating and they're fine?
Yeah, I always think about when they kind of like come to that moment where they get to eat and have feast. It's like you, wouldn't be able to eat that much. And if you did, you'd be throwing it up. Because you have to do it slowly. You know? Oh.
Totally.
Brutal. That'd be hard. It wouldn't be more than just eating. You'd have to be eating and then training at the same time.
And it's like, I feel like lots of times, you know, they do go through, like, we'll use Nesta in the House of Wind, for example. They do go through some grueling training. But not everyone does. And even the grueling training is oftentimes not grueling enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, if walking on the freaking Stairmaster is hard, what do you think?
Yeah. Yes.
Listen.
My gosh. She was Faye at that point. But yeah.
But still,
I tried and I failed. I gave up on that quest. That was it. Doing 1,000, 10,000 steps?
10,000
The
steps.
Stairmaster? I think I had only ever got, now I don't remember. Not high. Not high up there. Yeah, it's hard.
So the point is.
Yeah, hey, we would talk about that too. People say, well, she's going down the stairs. It's easier. It's really not. It is also hard.
Your knees.
Your knees. My knees.
My knees. Literally, my knees.
Yeah.
Going downstairs is hard on your knees, okay?
And they're like this big. They're like double a normal step.
Yeah.
Oof. No, not going to happen for me.
So the moral of the story is eat your protein and eat food in general. Yeah. Otherwise, you might not be able to pick up the sword when that day comes.
Yeah, because they're lying to you.
They're lying to you.
The authors are lying to you.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, people are dying Kim moments. You know, the infamous people are dying Kim. Okay, there's a lot of moments throughout fantasy books in general. Okay, angsty problems when they are at war and they're freaking dilly-dallying about he said, she said, why do you like her more than me? Or do you like her? Do you still have feelings for her? People are dying Kim. Okay.
I mean, not to call anybody out, but the Empyrean.
Yeah. Specifically, Iron Flame, as it were. Sorry, that's what took us out. That took us out so much that we started hating that series. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's true. It's like you have a full-scale, for real, political rebellion on your hands. And you're like, but she was mean to me.
Yeah. And like, why are you telling me your secrets even though we've been boyfriend, girlfriend for 1 month?
Tell
me all the war secrets. Even though I'm the daughter of the freaking leader of this place.
Come on. We can't.
You can trust me because I love you. Well,
get out of here
for 5 seconds. If that was real life, if your friend came up to you and was like, he won't tell me anything. You've been dating for a month. You'd be like, whoa, hang on. He doesn't need to tell you his war secrets yet. Calm down.
Relax.
He won't give me the passwords to the nuclear room. Yeah.
Think about it. It's like, I feel like a month would be like too soon for a lot of people to even give you like their password to like their phone.
Yeah. Or like meet your family.
Yeah. A month?
A month? That's too soon for me. Hey, I'm not judging, but too soon for me.
Yeah.
They get attached. So
yeah.
Also, with that said, so calling out some other ones too. Spicy time when people are dying around you.
Dude.
Okay, let's give the quote to the infamous Akawar scene.
Thank you.
His growls of pleasure filled the tent, drowning out the distant cries of the injured and dying, life and death hovering so close, whispering in our ears. It like tries to make it romantic. And all I'm thinking while I'm reading that, as much as I love A Quarter Rings and Ruin, I'm like, really though? You gotta say it. You just,
I know.
Let's just ignore it. Let's not say it. I don't know.
Yeah, are
some things better left unsaid in fantasy?
Probably.
That's the question of the hour.
But then we wouldn't have things like that to quote and talk about.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
But that is a classic moment where it's like, oh man, okay, we're going there. That's what's happening.
Yep. Awkward.
Just accept it. Awkward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my husband, I asked my husband for his opinion on this question, all right, to weigh in. This is what he said. The fact that he's old as hell and isn't annoyed by an 18-year-old.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he's like, sorry if that ruins your fantasy. I'm like, honestly, okay, well, first of all, let's just say what it is. Even if she is 30 or 40 and he's 1,000, that's still the same issue, okay? Maybe not as bad as 18, but it's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just given the, discrepancy in age. So, like, what, I mean, really, like, I said, well, the only thing that we know is that they're fated mates. So he was waiting around for hundreds of years for her to be born so that she could grow up and they could be together, right? It's like, that's the trope. That's the fated mates trope. Lots of times he's the old ancient one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But really, at the end of the day,
on paper, like, would he not be annoyed? Like, dude's been around for 1,000 years, and you're bringing 18-year-old probs to the table. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that came up a lot on when we were searching for these on Reddit and Threads and TikTok, everywhere. Is that, sometimes it takes you out when you have a 500-year-old dude and even a 20-year-old lady. Like,
yeah.
Very different life experiences so far. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will say, okay, in the case of Twilight, because that's one obviously that has a lot of things to take us out, like the pants on the legs tied around in the leg.
Yeah, so many.
So many things. Is that the way Edward was able to handle Bella's feelings between him and, it's not even she had feelings for Jacob, but just Jacob trying to pursue her. He handled it very maturely and with patience and understanding that, like, you're still growing, it's all good, and allows for that moment. So get a pretty good example in that one. But it's like that, but like for everything. Mm-hmm, how do you handle that? Mm-hmm. Well, for everything. Without it being a weird dynamic. Without it being a father-daughter dynamic. Truthfully.
I mean, if you want to call out the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
But like, really, I feel like also you have to think, because it's like we always joke about, well, it's because women are attracted to men who are 1,000 years old, 500 years old, because they've had enough time to, as I say, cook, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they've cooked long enough. They're ready now. They're ready. Whereas, like, I feel like if you flipped that trope around and we were dealing with an 18-year-old man, I'll use man in air quotes, and let's say the female main character was an ancient being, then would that translate well? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know.
It's crazy how differently girls and boys are raised.
Yeah. And it might be a perfect example, though, also of kind of a double standard in romanticy, too. Because I'm sorry, but if I'm an ancient, powerful, fae woman being, the last thing I want to do is, like, train an 18-year-old man. Air quotes again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We would have to like really check our double standards, I think, if we were presented a book like that, if the roles were reversed. What if we're reading a male story? Let's give them young 20s. And there's a love interest of the female gender who is ancient, as it were.
Okay.
How would we be feeling about it? We'd be like, yeah, right. Give me a break. But we don't do that when it's the other way around because she's mature, right? She's...
I mean, to play devil's advocate, we do sometimes. We're like, wow, she's a dummy.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
The general populace.
But I think it's like a little bit more acceptable, at least we'll say to the female gaze, right? Because that's who most of these books are written for. It's a bit more acceptable to the female gaze to have a naive young female than, you know, taken under the wing almost of this anciently old, more wise, gruff dude, right? Like, that is a little bit on the daddy side. So read between the lines on that. But yeah, so I just thought it was funny that it like bothered my husband so much.
Yeah. Hey, that's good.
Like,
green flag. Green flag.
Yeah, green flag. Green flag. True. Totally. True. Yeah. I had to defend the creepiness to him.
Yeah.
I was like, but they're meant to be together. They're fated mates. And he's like, it's freaking creepy. I'm like, all right, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
some of these things, if we think too much about it, okay, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. That's why it's fantasy, and we just try not to.
Yeah, we just try to enjoy it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what do you got?
Okay, this kind of goes back to what I was saying previously, but medieval characters on the brink of war, sparring, spears, swords. They're trying to have some kind of deep conversation on the battlefield. Sometimes about also petty reasons. It's like we're really doing that. How can you be fighting off all the things and then be having this conversation? Do we need to do this right now? I think that goes back to like reading the room, time and place. We don't got time for this. I was watching. Oh, listen. Stranger Things. This isn't a spoiler, but in Stranger Things, sometimes conversations are coming up that is like, guys, we don't have time for this. Go. I want to see this play out, but you just stressed how important the timing is and what's happening right now.
You know, just to kind of like build off that too, like not necessarily even just like the timing, but like the logistics and ability to actually have a conversation while even sparring. Okay, I can barely jog next to someone and carry a conversation.
I can't.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're trying to like convince me that they're having like important conversations sometimes, like while this is going on, and building even more off of that. When they're on the battlefield and they're communicating, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
How do you know? I've always wondered this ever since I was a wee child and watched Lord of the Rings, right? I'm like, how are they doing this? How are they communicating?
Yeah. And like some of these books, it's inside their brain. I don't know about you, but if I'm reading a book, I am in the book. Like everything else falls away. It's like one of those videos and I envision myself there. So if I'm communicating to somebody in my brain, maybe I'm not talented, but I can't be like fighting for my life while talking to somebody, 10 miles
in your
away
head.
In my head.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, is like, that's the only way that it makes sense, is if you're able to communicate via your mind.
Yeah, because then you're not out of breath.
Because then you're not out of breath.
True.
But then you're having to pay attention to what you're doing in real life to not die, while simultaneously having this whole conversation in your brain. Maybe I'm just not talented, but I would be dead so fast. I'd be like, wait, sorry, hold on. I need to focus.
Yeah. Talk about overstimulated. Hello? I'd be overstimulated all over these places.
No, it's so true. It's so true.
I mean, how many times have we driven? And that's just basic driving. We zone out a little bit to the music and we're like, whoa, that's scary. How did I get here? How many times have I been sending a voice memo? And I'm like, well, I'm not going the right direction. Because you go into an automatic mode.
Yeah.
Doing things around the house, what have you. Those things I need to pay attention when I'm driving. But the like cleaning up the house and stuff,
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not fighting for my life on a battlefield here. I need to be knowing what sort. It's not methodic. It's not the same routine, especially for a lot of these fighters who these are some of their first battles ever.
For sure.
And they're having these deep conversations on a dragon and things are coming at them from the sky and there's fire and there's boulders shooting at them.
Or like literally, okay, you've got these two armies, all right? You've got us right over here. You got the other army over there, but they're at least, what, probably a quarter mile away, right? Over in this other direction, maybe a half mile away. You know, Aragorn's running up and down the front, trying to rally us, right? Yeah. Like, we're getting ready to go into battle, and he's yelling all the things to, like, get us amped. I'm literally 5 rows back. Like, what did he say?
Sorry. That would be us. Oh, my God. Did you just say, yeah, he's going to eat some cheese? What is that? Then we could be cracking jokes. Great.
Wait, are we supposed to go to the left? Are we supposed to go to the right? Are we going straight?
Yeah.
Can't hear him. I'm sorry, but that's a huge problem for me. It's always been a huge problem.
How do the guys in the back know what's going on?
Literally.
Is it telephone? Because we all know how that game goes. Not well. Then they get to the back and they're like, oh, I guess we're done. They're not going to fight anymore. Everything's good. Oh, okay, cool. And then boom, knife in the back because they thought the war was over. Dead.
Yeah. The things we don't have to think about, but we do.
So true. So funny.
Okay,
good.
I need you to riddle me this.
Okay.
Does anyone ever shave?
Yo.
You know? And here's the thing, okay? I am a professional waxer, all right? Mm-hmm. I could give 2 craps whether people shave, wax, let their hair grow for their whole entire life without doing anything ever to remove it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is, I have a really hard time believing that all of these FMCs in their beautiful dresses or even fighting leathers and the night when they take them off for their like man or whatever, just have like 1/2 inch long leg hair.
Yeah.
You think?
I think that's a choose your own adventure on that one.
Yeah. But it makes me wonder. Yeah. And with the guys, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, are they all just walking around with actually huge beards?
Yeah, they never mention. Yeah, any kind of shaving.
Yeah, like, because, like, that makes you kind of think about it. Because I feel like, you know, I usually picture, you know, like the Bat Boys, for example, with maybe some, like, 5 o'clock shadow, maybe a little more than that, but not, like, a huge scruff, like, mountain man beard. But that kind of seems like what would be more likely. Even
those would need to be kempt, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So something to think about. What's going on there?
For me, I think my preference would be not to call out anything. I prefer. Because I have read fantasy books where it is a bush, as described in Spicy Scenes. And I prefer not to call it out.
Just ambiguous. Just nothing. We don't know.
Just nothing. Just you choose what you like. Do you like body hair or do you not? They take care of it.
But hear me out.
Okay.
It kind of would be a little bit refreshing if, like, we're getting into, like, an actually super spicy time. Mm-hmm. And the MMC is like, I don't mind that you have a bunch of, like, pit hair.
Yeah. True.
That would be refreshing.
Yes.
It would be super refreshing.
It's how it's done, exactly.
Yeah. Like, it would have to be, like, worked in like, a way that would make sense. But, like, I feel like it would help to destigmatize body hair. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like right now, it's just most of the time, as you say, it is omitted from the dialogue just so that we could probably, I think in most of our minds, assume that they don't have any body hair.
Okay.
So I think it would kind of like throw a wrench, because I feel like most of us probably wouldn't picture the FMC with, like, you know, long body hair anywhere. Yeah. Most of the time.
But I'm remembering I have read call outs to his chest hair.
I know that too, because we have someone in book club specifically who's grossed out by that. It's so funny. I love it so much. Yeah, but I feel like it's different when it's a guy.
Yeah, double standards.
Because it's more socially acceptable for a guy to be hairy than it is for a woman to be hairy, even though all of us grow body hair.
Yep, we all do it.
So,
yep.
So what are we doing?
Yep.
All right, what do you got?
Yeah, okay. All right, so I got some screenshots from an account on Instagram, Sparrow Wild. So shout out to them for posting some of these as well. So funny. Major problem nobody's talking about fantasy books. Dragon poop disposal. Is poop falling from the sky, or are they ground poopers? What say you?
I mean, listen, we can only go off of what we know.
Which is nothing.
What do we know? We know that creatures that do fly, such as birds in real life, do poo from the sky.
Yeah. Oh. That seems like a lot, too, as a dragon scale. A dragon scale poop launch from the sky? Have you ever gotten a bird poop on your head? Unfortunately, I have.
I haven't, knock on wood.
Well, it's coming now, sorry. Dragon size, but imagine. That's like gross and like a little bit.
Wait. Let's take it a step further, okay?
Why not? That's what we're here for.
Okay, assuming that dragons do poo from the sky, because I'm sure that they do, especially if they're on a very, very long journey. See, like, Spark the Everflame or something like that, okay? What if that is a medieval times danger? Ooh. Where, like, you could just be walking down the street and a dragon poo falls on you and you die.
Oh, dang. What a way to go. Terrible. You have to be like, you can't. So I think like, oh, you see a dragon. Oh, cool. Wow. So majestic. Or you'd have to be worried that they're going to like fire you or something. They're ravage your village. No, everybody's running and screaming because they don't want to get shit on.
Because it's so big and heavy that you would literally just suffocate and die or get smashed.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean, a lot of, you know what? You might be saying, well, that is aviary species, the birds. Okay. Dragons fly too, Indeed. But they're more reptilian.
True.
Right? Maybe even horse-like sometimes as a mammal. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, what do we know about those as well? Horses, goats, sheep, those mammals, they do walk and poo. They do.
They go when they go.
They go when they go. Have you ever been to Disneyland?
They go when they go.
There's little sweepers, okay? So that's the question of the hour. Are there little poop wranglers, poop cleaners running around town? The townspeople. Hey, in a way, good. It creates more jobs, so that's good. Hey, reptiles, though. Hate to break it to you. Same problem. Some people.
I don't know anything about reptiles.
Was somebody that specifically has a leopard gecko that they said they do go in a special little corner.
Okay.
But some people said they go wherever. So
maybe it's
debatable.
A poo of opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Like, fair. Maybe they do prefer to go in, let's say, like their gigantic litter box, for lack of a better way of putting it, right?
Oh,
when they're like in their area, right? Like their lair, or like, let's say there's a place in the castle with like a roost. They have a spot. But if they're traveling, maybe anywhere is fair game.
Yeah. You gotta go, you go.
You gotta go, you go. Mm-hmm.
Hate to be those town folk. Oof.
Yeah, that's scary too. Jeez, imagine. Just like falls from the sky. That's the last thing you see. Dead.
Or your house. What if you come home from grocery shopping and your house is ruined? It's just covered in dragon crap. Hopefully no damage was done. That's what you gotta hope for. Like, I don't have a hose because we don't have normal plumbing. I gotta, sweep this crap off, literally. Hopefully there's no holes in my shanty little roof.
Shanty. I mean, but listen, also, we're talking about a magical being, right?
Okay.
What if their poo is like magical, like wisps of like, I don't know, marshmallow dust that just like evaporates out into the clouds?
Yeah. Perfect. Well, if it's our world, we don't make up the rules, so
exactly.
There you go. Dust.
There you go. Yeah, and it's like sparkle.
Yeah.
Sparkle.
Why not? Yeah.
It's like unicorn poo. Same thing.
Don't get that in your eyes, though, either. But the villages would be really cool, like all glittery. Like, wow, you guys have a lot of dragons pass through here, don't you?
Like, it's a nuisance for them. They're like, oh, here we go again.
This glitter, it's never coming off of anything. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one I thought was funny and like hilariously specific, but I thought it was funny and hilariously specific because it's something I've thought of before. And I got this one off Reddit and I was like, oh my God, someone else is thinking about this. Okay. Holding a torch in front of you in order to see in darkness is a common error. A torch held that way would actually blind you. So it's more effective and intuitive to hold it behind and above to see forward in the darkness.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about this.
Catch your hair on fire.
I literally think about that all the freaking time. All the time. Every time. I even have called it out to my husband where I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. No one would be able to see. Literally.
Because it would be too bright in front of your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. If it's pitch black. If it's truly pitch black.
Yeah, it's not focused like a flashlight. And that's how people are treating it. Like it's a flashlight. It's
exactly.
Because think about it. Even if you put it down, flame goes up.
Exactly. One of the things that also bothers me is when you're in a society that has things like flashlights and for some reason we're still using a torch. That pisses me off every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? But so using torch is wrong. It'll pull me out every time. And it's not even like I spend a lot of times in caves. Like I've ever used a torch before. I don't know where this comes from.
Unbelievable. I'm out.
But seriously, it makes me mad. So when I saw that, I felt seen. Okay?
Yeah. I have one more from Sparrow and Wild.
Okay.
This goes back to leathers, guys. Taking off sweaty leathers. Have you ever tried to take off some sweaty leather pants in an attractive way? Not possible. Not even an attractive way. It ain't coming off. Cue the scene from Friends and Ross taking off his leather pants. That's just not even fighting. These people are fighting, training, working out, doing everything in leathers. And you're going to tell me that they could just easily kick off their boots and throw off their pants? Not going to happen. You're going to have some spicy time and it's not going to be a struggle. Okay?
Yeah.
If you can't magic them away.
It's going to take like 15 minutes.
Like, okay, grab the headboard and not a fun way. Let me get you from the other side and not a fun way. And let me try to pull these pants off of you.
It's like literally, it's like trying to hook up while wearing skinny jeans. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember those days?
Oh, man. Not going to happen.
Luck. And then they get stuck on your ankle. Like they get stuck on your ankle, like your foot. You can't you can't pull it off.
Yeah. You got to get it like around the heel. Oh.
I've literally had my husband have to like pull my leg out of a pant leg before. And that's just like, gee. That's just like literally jeans. Imagine.
Yeah. Leather's so much worse. Somebody said in the comments of that, they were saying, they go to like raves sometimes and they're wearing leather and it takes like a team to get them off. Or they have to, they'll stand in front of fans to let them dry because you just get sweaty in them because they're not breathable material. So they have to wait for them to dry in a cool place, and then they can take them off a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Mm-hmm. I definitely have thought about that many a time, to be honest. Okay. We need to call this out because it's crazy, and I think about it all the time. Literally all the time. Fantasy, romance, doesn't matter. No one is peeing after sex. And it makes me mad because you know that every single FMC would be walking around with a UTI all the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Because I forgot about that one, but every time I read it, I get so irritated. And then they go to bed.
They just roll over, go to sleep.
I mean, it must be nice, quite frankly. But that's not good to do, okay? PSA.
It's not good to do. Yeah, if you're struggling, let us know.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Hey. Don't let us know. We don't need to know.
It's okay.
But no, it's seriously, though, like every single time. Like I feel like we just read a book that had something like that and it flagged it for me again because I was like, girl, just... You don't even, like, you're in, like, probably the king's quarters or, like, you know, the high lord's area. He's got an attached bathroom. Just go over there.
Yeah. You know, I sadly, I do not think that is as common of a recommendation as you might think. I think that some people don't know that that's not a great thing to do. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. Well, if you don't know, start doing that. It might save you a lot of strife.
Yeah. Especially if you get UTIs frequently, you know, or any kind of issues like that. Then, hey, just go pee after. A little sexy time. It's good. Literally. Washes it all away. It's a natural cleanse, if you will.
The natural cleanse. Yeah. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. She's just going to roll over and lay there all night. Hey,
and not only that, when I was trying to get pregnant with my first daughter and we were having some issues, I was recommended don't pee after because more stays in you. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's not a form of birth control necessarily, but if you are struggling to get pregnant, that is a recommendation as well to not do that. But you do run that risk. So, hey, we're just teaching you guys over here.
This is sex ed class to hell with us. Here we are.
Don't have sex. You will get chlamydia and die. Okay, thank you.
Which actually, just as like a little side tangent, because I feel like it needs to be said. Did you have this on your list? That STIs do not exist?
No, but now that you mention it. Yeah.
So that was kind of like a side tangent on my list that I didn't know if I was going to bring up or not. But since we're here, we might as well.
Yeah.
I was definitely like, someone had mentioned, I think like on Reddit or something like that, like, is everyone just kind of like running around doing whatever they want to do and everything's fine? I think the answer to most of it, most of the time would probably be like fae or self-healing, right? So even if they did get something, they would never know because they would be healed from it immediately.
Yeah.
But still, come on.
But when they're not.
Times we're dealing. But when they're not.
Yeah. When they're not like an immortal type of being.
Yeah.
Because we don't like it when condoms come up, even though it's good, safe sex, but we'd rather have like other ways, right?
Like a tonic.
But what about, that's more for pregnancy that we're worried about. But what about STIs? Yeah. Hey, what's going on there? Because some of these have a whole bunch of fun times going on. What's going on there? Hopefully you guys are okay.
Hopefully you're okay.
Hey.
Yeah, hopefully
because
they are
we were even, if you watched Frankenstein, one of the characters in there was dying from syphilis and STI.
Yep.
And that's what clicked for me. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Like that used to happen a lot because we didn't have forms of safe sex protection.
Yeah.
So how much of that is going on in fantasy books and romance books? Well,
honestly, like, we're just going to keep on rolling with this one.
Yeah.
Because the other part that I was thinking about during Frankenstein, and honestly, I've thought about a lot during fantasy movies in particular, but it makes sense for books as well, is that what is going on with all the blood? Like, literally so many bloodborne pathogens. Like, let's say you're in battle and you're just, like, killing people left and right. And there's always, like, someone's freaking neck wound shooting blood into someone's mouth. And I'm like, is everyone okay? Or are we all just, like, getting diseases from blood and then just not knowing what it is and dying?
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
always,
like,
if I'm watching anything zombie related or reading something with the illness going around, I'm just like, we need to be a little more careful here, guys.
Like, just close your mouth. Like, close your mouth at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's always getting in someone's mouth.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know?
I know. I think about that all the time in fantasy, though, because of all the sword fighting.
Yeah.
Like, Game of Thrones, I'm like, everyone's just going to die of, like, I don't know, hepatitis or something.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, be safe.
Be safe
out there.
Thank you for coming to Besties in the Books. Be safe. Any use of modern day terminology?
Oh, terminology. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it depends because I feel like a lot of fantasy is urban, right? Like urban fantasy can take place in modern day.
Well, then it wouldn't take me out. But if we're talking in ancient times.
I feel like I know what you're talking about because honestly, I feel like we were just reading something where this happened and they used like like some type of just like modern slang phrase, but it just didn't fit.
Yes.
So I get what you mean.
Fit. Yeah. Obviously, I don't personally love reading, contemporary romance and things like that right now for me because I don't want to think about real life at all. But so I won't fault He Sees You When You're Sleeping for having text messages. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
But if there's a fantasy story and it uses modern slang, or even it's hard to look past leggings. I haven't looked up if that was like a modern or a Renaissance term. I would think tights, even just pants will do. But when they use leggings, I always have to think, well, is that, they go into Lululemon, getting their lines,
I think leggings could be like a word for like a different, like thick tights or something like that, that they would wear like underneath all their stuff. But who knows? Yeah, I definitely, I wish I could remember that one example that I just read because I remember I was listening to the audio of it and I immediately was like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
I like immediately noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It'll stick out. Not forever, but enough in the moment.
Enough in the moment. Yeah. Do you have one more that we could do? One more each?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if you mention one of these, but if you don't, I will mention it for you.
Well, I've got one left. That's more, I mean, honestly, it fits for romantasy and it fits for romance, okay?
Okay.
It fits. Wink, wink, wink. Quote, she could barely wrap her hands around it. End quote.
Guys. Give me a break. We would be running and screaming for the hills. You ain't going to put that in me.
No.
No. I could barely.
No.
Everybody, stick your hands out. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm not trying to birth something right now. Your body, as an individual who has birthed twice, okay? Your body has to go through a lot to get that thing to fit out. I ain't just fitting it in, okay? Absolutely not. And pain medication was involved, okay? We are not doing that. We are barely fit. Okay. I'll be generous and almost make them fit. Let's be generous. Let's put our hands. I feel like we have very average sized female hands.
Yeah.
Excuse me the fuck not.
Yeah. Literally.
No.
Maybe that's why no one's wearing condoms.
I know they can't find some. And then they don't need to because it ain't happening, buddy. It ain't happening.
Honestly, and you guys will definitely have comments to say about this.
Man.
That poor man. Really, though.
Like, don't even try. How do you walk?
How do you fit pants?
How do you fit pants? That's the real question. Who cares about the shirt and the wings? How are you putting your pants on? You can barely put your hands around it.
Well, it's because his hands are huge too, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
And here's the thing. We're not talking about monster romance. I want to make sure to clarify that. Monster is different.
Yeah.
And that usually involves some kind of magic. This is the difference. That usually involves some kind of magic, which makes the FMC able to be compatible with his appendages of sorts. Okay. We're talking about, nothing. We're talking about female anatomy.
Yeah.
Just being okay with it.
Yeah. Do they
Doesn't make
mean,
sense.
are we reading it wrong? Do they mean stacking of the hands?
I don't think so.
Listen, this is going off the rails over here.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what I mean, but sometimes they do say stuff like that where it's like, even with your two fists together, they'll make comments like that too. But I don't think that's what we're talking about.
But like one hand, no, because they would say her hand could barely fit.
Yeah.
But they specifically say hands. So that's why
They say hands.
And you
They
know
say
what?
hands.
Maybe that's a clerical error. Maybe they need to adjust their editing.
I don't think it's a clerical error. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, Godspeed.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
Good luck to all of the FMCs ever.
And then she could fit in her mouth. Okay. Anyways.
Literally. Okay, good luck.
Good luck. Give me a break.
Okay, so you got one more for us?
Mech suits. Took you right out. He's still up there, floating in space. Okay?
Yep, it's so true.
We'll just say flame and shadow. If you know, you know.
Yep. Yeah, there's nothing, in my opinion, sexy about a spacesuit, but that's also just me.
Yeah. Hey.
Everyone's different.
I gave that one for you. I do have, it's been a while since I brought up Shadow and Bone. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So immediately, this is a complete spoiler for the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So if it's been on your list, honestly, take it off. But here, I'll tell you that. I know some people love it.
We're saving you from yourself. Don't worry.
So the final pivotal moment, that whole last third book was about finding that last like source of magic, right? For the main female character. And then it was within her the whole time if her bestie like put his hand around her wrist. That's never happened in their 20-something years of friendship.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was a huge problem that I had with that, like when we read it and talked about it in the beginning.
So whatever that's called, like...
Major plot holes?
Yeah, like whatever like lies on the hinges of the final piece of the puzzle. And it was like, it was there the whole time. And it would have easily been accessed at some point, but that was chosen not to until that final. It felt like when a story feels like, well, okay, they don't know what else to do, so they're just going to do this.
Yeah, scapegoat.
Who cares?
Very scapegoaty.
Very scapegoat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like we need to wrap this up, so we're just gonna make it to where her best friend can touch her, like he hasn't ever touched her arm, because it wasn't even like a specific kind of touch. It was literally just like he touched her.
Like, geez. Yeah.
That's it. That's all it took this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been best friends your whole entire lives since childhood. Okay.
Also, I don't like him anyway, so I'm not rooting for him.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Well, there you go. There you go.
There you go. I feel like that was a good first set of fantasy props.
Yeah.
Do you guys have some fantasy problems that we didn't talk about that you want us to talk about? Let us know. We'll include a question box on our stories this week so that you guys can submit all of the things that keep you up at night. Fantasy book and romance book related.
Yes. We shall. We'd love to hear it and debate it with you guys. All right. It's time for an unhinged smash or pass.
All right. You want to start this week?
Sure. I don't know if we've done this before, but we're doing it now.
Okay.
Oogie Boogie. Smash or pass.
Oh, pass.
Yeah. It's the worms for me.
He scared me. For me. He scared me as a child.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like his voice. Great voice, though.
Yeah, great voice. But yeah, just, the worms, not good. The generally, like, he's evil, but doesn't really have any redeeming qualities.
Yeah. There's also that. His burlap sack would be really scratchy, too.
Yeah, it's creepy, too. I feel like something very, like, what's, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre almost about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a pass from both of us. But I'm curious to post that one to the people, because I bet there are some people out there who are Oogie Boogie sympathizers.
Yes.
That's okay.
For sure.
Okay, so as you guys know, if you have been watching, you know that I asked Ashley in one of our previous episodes to let us know which version of Jack Black she would smash because of your Anaconda recommendation of the new movie. Okay, so now I must know, because this is what this is all about now, is just getting to know Ashley better. You have to pick a Paul Rudd.
Oh, all of them. What one wouldn't I pick? Ant-Man. I wouldn't pick Ant-Man.
You wouldn't pick Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so who would be your number one, though? Smashable Paul Rudd. You have to pick one.
IMDb, let's go. Wet Hot American Summer.
Dude.
Was that going to be
literally
yours?
Same. Yes. Yes. So good. It's so good. I will say that I Love You Man was a close behind because he's just so funny.
Yep.
But Wet Hot American Summer, like, it's just such a, like, iconic. It was just such an iconic time and place.
And Friendship.
You know?
I made you guys watch that when we were visiting. He was great in Friendship. He's just quite funny. Yes, I would say Wet Hot American Summer because that was like an iconic, pivotal time in my youth. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
I Love You Man would definitely be a close second.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall? For sure.
Dude.
For sure. Classic. Hilarious. He's so funny. Love him. Well, there you go.
There you go. You guys heard it here first. all the things. You heard all the things
all the important
here first
things.
Today.
So make sure to come and DM us, let us know, or put it in the box when we post it. What takes you out of fantasy books? Can't wait to talk some more about it. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you like to listen to your favorite podcasts, including YouTube. We're Besties in the Books podcast everywhere. If you Google it, we'll be there. You'll see it. There we are. All right, you guys.
There we are.
We will see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.